Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing this Formicid Ice Elementalist of Cabriados for the Crawl 0.18 release tournament. And I keep forgetting to check before I start talking to you guys how we're doing in the race, and so I end up just sort of filling time by saying blah 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 and such and so and blah 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 while I wait for the IRC bot to come back with the results. We're in second, a fairly comfortable second now. Elliptic is level 27, could win probably at any time. We're level 19, and some guy I've never heard of is, but the same guy we've been competing with is level 17. And then Tabstorm is level 15. He's pretty good. He, if he put in a concerted effort, he could pass us if he wanted to, I think. So that's fine, though. I don't mind. It's just sort of fun to finish early before other players. Oh, let's swap out back to a protection from firing now. There we go. Wow, look at all this stuff. Yeah, let's slouch it. Wow, nothing really died. Let's try again. There we go. Now it's all nice and softened up. I don't know. Slouch there was pretty careless, I think. I should have just stair danced. We have the facilities to not need to spend any consumables on all this. So why did I spend some? Just because it was easy, which is not a good reason. Okay, back down. And we'll continue the stair dancing plan. Let's take the Iron Bank and go upstairs. Who cares? Ah, he summoned, Really? Where were these guys? That doesn't seem right. Did he summon them from downstairs? When did he start chanting recall? I can't see it. Oh, there it is. It was before I went upstairs. I think these monsters are not from Dungeon 14. Let me put that on my to-do list, see what's up. Just something we can check out later. But alright, in the meantime, we have real life to deal with, right? Let's just slow it all down. And then pummel it, right? Sounds good. Chasing these guys down as a Cabriados Warspur is kind of a lost cause, but you know, with reflection, they're going to kill themselves eventually anyway, so who cares? What about, what new armor could we pick up? Nothing really appeals. There's no like dragon hides around or anything. No. Because I would be into, like, if I had some gold dragon armor right now, I wouldn't put it on right away. But what I would do is come up here, please. Yeah, thank you. Is start getting my spells to the point where they would be castable in Gold Dragon armor, because I would like, as a Kyriatis Worshiper, you can wear that kind of stuff and still cast serious spells. Ice Dragon Hide. We could make Ice Dragon armor if we wanted to, but I don't. Not with our Ring of Ice. That has been like pretty useful. So I'm not that keen to like replace it. The Ring of Ice. And if we have a Ring of Ice, then Ice Dragon armor is not the right direction to go. I don't like being in the doorway like that. Yeah, see, we are totally fine having used like several steps and lots of temporal distortion just like a few minutes ago, really, because Kyriatis Piety is just free, rains down from the sky. So you don't need to worry too much about it. We're already back up at 1,000,000 pips. 6, roughly. I mean, it's about 1,000,000. Evocations, wow. Knock it off. Get back to fighting? Necromancy? Having Simulacrum available would be pretty cool, I think. Or Death Channel. Yeah, Necromancy, why not? I'm a little concerned about like Deep Elf Demonologists, if any of them should turn up. But these elves are not that big a deal. Oh my god, these friggin' archers. And training Necromancy is helping with regen at the moment anyway, which is something we're casting a lot, and it's still falling off fairly often, which means that training it will actually increase our survivability without having to change at all what we do. Let's kill the Convoker. I really do not like when they recall stuff. I mean, obviously that's the point, right? But it takes manageable situations and sometimes turns them unmanageable. Rod of Inaccuracy, I don't really like it. Well, we're not going to be able to fix that. So I stepped around the corner, so they at least perhaps don't know where I am. That actually went fine. Like, it's actually quite nice if they recall a group that you can handle, because then you sort of get them taken care of without whatever group they were in the middle of elsewhere on the level is going to be easier now. The problem, of course, is that you can't guarantee that you'll be able to handle what he brings to the area. I don't know, confuse something? Here. It worked. Ow! That hurt. Yeah, we're getting quite a lot of XP from Vaults. That's what Vaults is for, sort of. And what are we planning for our 3 runes? Like I said, probably Slime. Definitely Snake. Probably Shoals. I think those are the 3. No need to go for any more than that. sort of like a standard amalloy game. Right, those 2 layer runes and slime is how I usually go. Last game, you know, we were in Ash Worsper, so we did Abyss instead of slime. But and there are plenty of times when you would do Abyss instead of slime. There are not a lot of times that I would rather do vaults than slime, though. Vaults 5 is just so nasty, and especially it's unpredictable. Like I did Vaults 5 somewhat recently, off camera, when I was trying to do a 15 rune game, which ended up being about like a like a 12 rune game maybe, and then I died. I don't remember exactly how many runes, but it was not 15. Yeah, I had 2 hell runes and Tomb left, so it must have been 12. And that was why am I talking about that? I don't remember. I did Vaults 5. Yeah. It's like fine if you come down here when you're level 27. And then some. But like it's very easy for things to go wrong in Vaults 5. Even on the most well-prepared character. If you are not like ready to deal with zigs, then Vaults 5 is risky. Now, it's usually easier than zigs, but there's a risk. And so like I sort of think of them as about the same. Now, obviously, like doing Zig 27 is usually harder than doing Vaults 5. But doing like just a few, you know, doing like 15 floors of a Zig, like you start getting into situations that are as bad as Vaults 5 eventually. But Vaults 5 is just bad like immediately. So pretty much every episode, you guys should expect me to say something about how Vaults 5 is really hard, and new players play it too much because they think it's easy. It's just really not compared to the other options. And like also, new players sort of overestimate the difficulty of Abyss. Well, that's not quite true necessarily. Rather, Abyss is harder for new players than perhaps it could be. Like, Vaults is something where you don't recognize the difficulty early, because you're just sort of used to being surrounded by monsters all the time, because you don't know positioning to, like, you don't position yourself well most of the time, and so Vaults doesn't seem that hard when you're forced to be positioned badly. And then once you get the hang of, like, safer play, the forced unsafe play of Vaults, like, is more obviously dangerous. Whereas I think that Abyss is the opposite. And I'm not exactly sure why, but it seems like new players are always like, oh, I got Abyss, so I'm dead. And I'm like, I just got Abyss, whatever. You can get Abyss very early, and then you are pretty close to dead. But usually you can just not have that happen. Like, I don't know exactly why it haunts new players so much. I really don't like where I am right now. If I could teleport, I would. Let's just step. Did I? Oh, wrong button. Right? No? Oh, it just took a long time. Okay. Oh, we're still marked, though. They're going to come back. Where are the stairs? Way up there? Ooh, this is a little spooky. Cancellation? I don't know about that. Maybe I do know about it, though. Yeah, I do know. I'm going to use a cancellation here. Ow. Really? I guess I lost to repel missiles there as well. which I knew was going to happen, but it didn't occur to me just how bad that would be. Let's just quaff heal wounds. Let's actually zap heal wounds. Okay, let's cast repel missiles. Let's cast regen. Let's cast Azukuba's armor. And now we're set to fight a little bit if we have to, maybe. Honestly, I don't feel that good about this group still, but it's better than what was going on a minute ago. We still have several potions of might. We could use one of those. Seems like a good plan. What else? Why am I carrying this book? Iron Shot and Poisonous Cloud? Do I really want either of those? Not exactly. We could AB to get this stuff adjacent to us, but the problem we had a minute ago was that too much stuff was adjacent to us. So I'm not so keen on that plan. Let's just cast Regen again. Yeah, keep it up for a while. The Skeletal Warrior is a problem, of course. The Vault Warden can lock us in here, which I don't like at all. How are we for Potions of Magic? 1. Okay. I'm glad the door is locked, honestly. Sack of Spiders? Sure. That didn't work. Let's do it again. Good. Centaur killing himself. Ooh, a bolt hit me. Let's zap heal wounds again. No problem, just stay cool and collected here. What is he wielding? He has an arbalest. Let's just step towards him. Okay. Heal wounds again. Now we're in a position to attack this guy. How about the Deep Elf Archer? He's webbed. I want to hit the Warden. The Archer we can chase down later. All right. This situation seems like kind of okay. What about if I were to confuse this guy? No. Ice Beast? That should help. Three exclamation points. Look at this reflection. Well, actually, this shield. I mean, bouncing off and hitting him, like, that's nice, but not getting hit twice. Like, I walked, I guess, northwest when no monsters were in view. And apparently I walked into the view of a stone giant who took the opportunity to throw 2 rocks at us, hitting for an exclamation point and 3 exclamation points. But we bounced him off and hit him instead. Like, how good is that, right? There's more monsters coming. This is what Vaults is like. It's just monsters and monsters and monsters. It's like the whole game is like that in a lot of ways, but Vaults, it just seems like it goes on forever. Ooh, let me have a look at that. That could be good. Yeah, I don't know. Let's work a little on maces and flails. Stir plus 9 would really help defray the spell penalties for wearing this and the evasion penalties. This could be pretty good. I'm not really sure. The slay -3, I'm not too concerned about. We have a lot of effective slaying from our strength. So 3 is sort of a drop in the bucket. Let's try it on. 15, let's actually Azakuba's armor up. 2631 is what we're at with this on. With the plate, 2524. So we have less evasion and less armor, but we don't have to cast Azakuba's armor all the time. And our strength is way up, and our spells are less castable, although not by a lot. So like we could work with this. And it would mean basically that, oh, it's got Star Confuse on it, huh? I know it's not like I have clarity. This isn't Ash. Ugh. I don't really want this. It has fire resistance though, which is so nice. We could just train a little bit of ice magic to get Ice Beast back up. And then I think we'd be okay. And then we could train armor. Yes, yes. Okay, that's what we're going to do. The reason our armor is not as high as it could be is just because we have 0 armor skill, which is silly for someone in plate. Ooh. A large shield, huh? Needs 15 shield skill? Alright. I'll keep that in mind. The first large shield this game. As a non-Formicid, you usually don't want a large shield, but or well, you know, Naga's pretty good at it too. But Formicids, especially, like maybe Trolls, I don't know. The point is, most characters don't want shields at all, and if they do, well, bucklers are fine for like mages or something. But characters who like depend on tabbing stuff usually don't want a shield because you want a two-hander because that has more damage, blah, blah, blah. And if you do want one, like investing 25 skill points to get to remove all the penalties is like extremely expensive. For Formicids, you don't give up the two-hander, and you don't need that many skill points. Ugh, I was hoping I could kill him before he got everything here. We'll just slow all this. Where's the, he's down there. Regen will help. So we are temporarily at a big disadvantage compared to where we were a minute ago with our new armor. But I think as we begin training armor, that should quickly go away. This should turn into a net positive. Our AC will go up, and the evasion penalty will go down. There's an enchanted Great Mace on Dungeon 14. All right. Ooh, that could be good. Yeah, this stuff's all like not too bad. Let's try on these, not try them on. +1 pair of boots of the 7 tails. Trade 1 armor for 1 negative energy resistance. Honestly, like I don't care about negative energy resistance most of the time. I keep forgetting I don't have to cast Azakuba's anymore. And we have some fire resist now, which helps a lot. In like friggin' Torment, knock it off, man. In like being more sturdy than we were, even though our armor is a little lower, we're not quite so vulnerable to fire threats now as we were. What am I carrying that I don't need? Leather armor. Great. I don't know how much of vaults I really want to do. It's pretty soon going to be safer to go to shoals, I think. Like, obviously we don't want to do 5, but do we want to do 3 or 4 even? Maybe. We could do elf. Could do elf. You can't shaft yourself in elf. And they have elementalists now who ruin your nice, glorious, pretty little kill holes. I would be looking mostly for a better weapon, I think. Because we can't really make one that's great. We can make one that's okay. Yeah, I think Elf 1 should be safer than Vaults 3. And then, like, maybe we can do Elf 2 or 3, maybe not. I'm not that keen on doing Elf, doing Hollow Blades. Because, you know, when you're using maces, you don't really need any fancy weapons. A great mace is like the best you're really going to get anyway. Alright, this may not have been the best plan. I don't know. But, I don't know, with our armor, like, staying high, it's kind of nice, right? Instead of having to, like, keep casting Azukubu's armor. Not just in terms of convenience, but, like, it really does wear off in the middle of combat, and that causes problems. And now that doesn't happen anymore. I just slouch. Is this friendly down here? It is. Maybe not. They get mad if you slouch them. Reasonably so. The High Priest is a problem, but if I kill the Mage, all these summons will go away, I think. Yeah. Yeah, he blew himself up. What is this rune, or this vault all about? Some sort of, like, water and steam? I don't understand this. Let's grab some elf zombies, why not, right? Oh, I meant it. Regen, not Azukubu's armor. Level 21. More int. I just, like, I don't know what I'm gonna cast, but 42 strength, pretty good. I think the best I've had is in, like, the mid-50s, maybe? I could check real quick, couldn't I? Let's do that just for fun. I had 64 strength on my Vinestalker fighter of Kyriados. Oh, that was with Might on, wasn't it? Yeah, 59 without Might. So in the 50s. But that's Kyriados, man. He's nuts. God, What is all this garbage I'm carrying around everywhere? Let's drop my enchant scrolls. We'll want them eventually, but not now. I don't need scrolls of vulnerability at all. Formicids are good at poison magic. We could actually perhaps get Poisonous Cloud online, but like, why? Really, it's not that good. It would give us a ranged option against stuff like in shoals, but it's just such a humongous investment now that we're wearing heavier armor to get poison and air online. And like our conjurations is probably not high enough. Oh, it's at 0. I thought we had some conj. Oh, but okay, this training still looks okay. How are my spells looking? Ice Beast still pretty castable. Regen still 1%. Those are basically all we're casting, right? What is Blork the Orc doing here? Let's just let him kill himself. Yeah, see ya. Yeah, all these debuff art, everything killing themselves is pretty convenient, I gotta say. You know, don't make me do any of the work. Yeah, decent experience from Elf 1. So what did we do? So far this video we've done Vaults 1 and 2 and Elf 1, and now soon we're starting 2. Just want to keep that, like, keep track of that, right? There's a lot of lightning and I wish you would knock it off. I wish I had, like, I have a million spells I wish I had. Like, I wish I had Abjuration, but like, I'm not going to invest in that, right? Actually, I bet it doesn't even cost that much. Yeah, we can already cast it if we wanted to, but it's not that important. Is it? No. It's just like, it would be convenient. But maybe it would help with a lot of the threats in Elf, right? It makes Demonologists into like just little kittens, basically. And Deep Elf Elementalists, they'll still ruin your kill hole, but at least you won't be surrounded by Earth Elementals. So you can dispel them. Abjure them, I should say. Well, I dare you to banish me, man. I know I'm not an Ash Worshipper this time, but I still feel like I am quite capable of handling myself in the Abyss. Maybe I'm wrong. Prove me wrong, elves. Just tab all this stuff. It's easy. There's nothing left. I decided to extend the kill hole, but it turned out there was nothing left to kill. All right, an Elementalist. Now you've got my attention. He's not going to let me kill hole this stuff. That should be fun. Where's the Elementalist? He's right there. AB? How am I in Evo? It's at like 10, actually. Ice Blast is probably pretty good at this stage. Oh yeah, that's pretty solid. Let's do more of that. Oh, I can't. There's something in the way. No, there's not. What is... Ah, that's a weapon. That's an enemy, not a weapon lying on the ground. Confused? Knock it off. Who confused me? Ah, my armor. I have plenty of curing. It's fine. Now let's zap that Ice Blast at him again. Cool. That should be fine, I think. Yeah, he walked right up to me now. It's not the right place for you to be, sir. I mean, I'm happy with it, but I don't think he was. How about Simulacrum? 71%. So wearing that heavier armor made it go up, but everything that was within reach is still within reach. It's just a little bit harder now. Anyway, like I said, I don't really want to do Hollow Blades, so after this we're just going downstairs, I think. A Blink Frog. Weird. Those shapeshifters in Elf, huh? What is this structure about? A bunch of boxes everywhere? He lit himself on fire. Cool. Did I hear shouting? No. Thought I did. It's nice to see our armor just gradually going up and up. Like, it was 24 when we put on that armor, and it's 30 now. Really? You know, whatever, man. If you want to confuse me, I don't even mind. It's only 10% to work, so. We'll just, ooh, shop. There's probably multiple shops. Shops rarely appear just one per floor. Brilliance, yeah, sure. And curing, I guess. Okay, this looks like a vault over here. Right? See, he came into view and he's already injured. It's the best. All right, these guys are a little bit uncomfortably close for me to the entry to what looks like the vault. But I'm not sure what's going on. Ah, yes, this one. Okay. They've got like a moat here. And there's no place good to kill hole, I think. I mean, I can dig into here to confirm, but yeah, it's stone. How about like over here? Okay, that's like workable maybe. Although I guess just here is closer, isn't it? Yeah, let's dig that out too. There we go. We heard some shouts. I just like these elves. I want them to come closer to me so I can kill them. And it's sometimes hard to convince them. Now he's seen the Ice Beast. Yes, I can use my low stealth Ice Beasts to attract their attention when I have too much stealth. It's hard. This is a tough vault to cheese. Because the elves have a hard time getting here with the deep water like this, right? See, this is the kind of vault where like Poison Cloud is great. Because you can just sort of step around the corner to here and like put a Poison Cloud here and they don't know how to get to you and then you just step back out of line of sight. And then they all die. They suffocate to death or whatever poison does. But okay, let's just finish exploring the rest of the place. Louise, huh? Banishment is A, not really a concern, and B, she's never going to hit me with it. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot sturdier now that I'm wearing that heavier armor, and I don't have to be constantly casting Azaku's armor to make sure that I can handle a combat at all. You know, like I walk in and some guys shoot at me, and like if they do hit, it just doesn't matter, and if they don't hit, then like they take damage because I blocked it or whatever and reflected it. Feeling good about this. Might choose not to do Elf 3 at this moment. You know, finish the end vault to loot, that is. Just because it's so hard to get started on this area. Let's see, did any of them get out? It seems like there's still quite a few of them in there. Yeah, okay, Deep Elf Sorcerer, sure. He just banished my my Ice Beast. That's cool. Okay, so the Demonologist is a bit of a concern. We could slouch. Like, these elves are very fragile, and that works pretty well. I think I will. Demonologist is moderately wounded. Is it really going to take 3 slouches? Apparently. 3 is more than I was really planning to spend on that. You can't spend 3 slouches on every Demonologist you see. Deep Elf Elementalists, though, are like no problem if you're charging in like an idiot the way we are. It's a High Priest with Distortion, and a Demonologist, and a Sorcerer. Let's keep regen up. Demonologist is summoning things. I didn't see what he summoned, but I don't like it. Let's distort. Well, we got him right on top of us. We also have an Ice Fiend now and a Shadow Demon, both of which we definitely need to get rid of by getting rid of the Demonologist, basically. Is there anything I should do besides just tab him a couple times? Nothing appeals. I can like Ice Blast or something if it becomes convenient. But for now, just hit him. Yeah, there he goes. All right, great. There seems like there's not actually that many elves in this vault. Or at any rate, most of them didn't wake up. There seem to be some here, right? Yeah, Blade Master, Elementalist, and High Priest. Let's just back off. One-on-one, none of these are much of a concern. And they can't do much to us to make the fight not be one-on-one. The High Priest can smite a little, but it's fine. Let's just use like a Wand of Lightning in here and get some extra damage. No, it's too loud. The Death Mage I would like to kill quickly. Let's drop a slouch in. Sure. I just didn't want him to get any Lost Souls to resurrect these guys. And it worked, so I'm perfectly happy with having spent that slouch. I rarely regret overusing consumables, right? Most people don't. You hear a lot more of, darn it, if only I had used XYZ, I'd be alive. You don't hear like, oh, if I had saved my blinking, you know, I would be alive. And sometimes that's true, but usually you can work around it or you get more or whatever. So it's not so much a problem that you've overused your consumables. There's just a lot of consumables in the game. Underusing them is the problem. And so, anyway, all this to say I don't feel bad for using a consumable that may or may not have really been necessary there. All right, Master Archer, Sorcerer, Blade Master. This is all fine. Yeah, this is actually a very sparsely populated vault. There's not a lot here, it looks like. Huh. 2 bone rings. Interesting. Oh, Book of Unlife. We can just like learn Simulacrum if we wanted. That's pretty cool. Simulacrum is a little bit hard to use, actually, it occurs to me. Because you have to walk onto corpses at a time when creating monsters is relevant, meaning during combat. And you don't want to walk during combat very much as a Kai worshipper. So maybe that's not so important. Maybe Death Channel would be a better one to think about picking up. But right now, we don't really need either one, so fine. Book of Air? No thanks. Ring of Fire? No. Let's take those off of auto pickup. Put back on my Ring of Protection from Fire. Book of Summonings. Ooh, we do have some summoning skill. We could get Shadow Creatures online pretty easily if we wanted, or Abjuration even. We just finished Elf, so it's not that exciting anymore. But Shadow Creatures is a good spell. Yeah, I like that idea. But right now we're just sort of in the middle of like some other stuff. Are we? We're only training Ice in order to get Summon Ice Beast better, so let's just turn that off and turn on Summonings instead. And, ooh. Crystal Plate, Kyriato's Dream. I don't know if I can actually pull this off. Like, encumbrance of 23 versus the plate I'm wearing now, encumbrance of 18. I could do it. It's just a question of should I? I think the answer is probably yes. The bonuses on this plate armor are not really that good. They're okay. Well, actually, the strength plus 9 helps a lot. Let's see how bad it is in Crystal Plate, shall we? Right now we're at 3125, and like Summon Ice Beast is at 3%. So let's try on this. It's cursed, -2. This gains us 1 evasion, gains us 1 armor, loses us 5 evasion, and our spells are not that bad actually. If it weren't cursed, I think I would make the switch pretty soon. But since it is cursed, I don't really like it that much. Oh, more enchant armor and a new ring. Don't really want that too much. It's a great ring for slime, though. Corrosion resistance, huge cold resistance, and fire, which you don't really care about, is negative. So I'll keep that and drop my other ring of resist corrosion. Okay, that was Elf. We're done with Elf. Great. That'll mark the end of this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.